I got to the league, the thing was me going against Calvin every day.
That wasn't no easy task.
That would be my whole rookie year. I didn't knock a ball down from him not one day in practice, and they had me following him everywhere he went. I had to go if it was any kind of man call, and it was like crazy. You know, he was almost a conflict shutter. He was kind of like that torturing me. And you know, right. And he an old quiet guy too. And one of them guys that don't talk mess, he just like, I just beat you up out here. And, you know,
did that make you mad? Because like I said, sometimes I know as a competitor, you want people to kind of talk trash, but then there's those ones that are just really silent. They make you even angrier.
The silent killer.
They don't say nothing, and you're trying to do something to get a little rise out of them. But yeah, I know Calvin too. Like, yeah, he's one of those quiet guys, very humble. And I'm sure, obviously, so I'm sure from what I've gathered, you know, especially when I went from San Francisco to Philly, and then talking to some of the DBs when I went over there, they said I presented a challenge, not when I just played against them, but when I practiced against them every day, it almost said that I made them better to where games were that much easier. Much easier. Is that the same assessment that I'm getting from you?
I got to give him all my credit for who I am today, because I'm telling you, every day it was a dog fight with him every day, and I ain't knocked no ball down to him to the second year, and that's when I got confident. When I started knocking the balls down, my confidence got more crazy. And you know, with me going against him, I'm going against Calvin Johnson every day, one of the greatest. And everybody else could become easy. And, you know, and what was difficult for me was, like, people don't understand, but what was hard for me was the ball adjusting, because the ball ain't had no stripe on it. And the stripe was so easy to see in college that I know when to jump, I know when to knock it down, I know close. And now the fact that the stripe gone, when I got to the league, I was too scared even like to pick it, because I was like, I don't know if I'm far enough from it. I don't know if it's too close. And so that's why I have a lot of PBUs, you know, because I was kind of like, if it wasn't guaranteed pick, I was like, man, I didn't attempt this because like, I don't know, I ain't want to mess up. I was like, well, I just knock it down, you know. Right. You know, the game got slower. I understood the game, understood the ball, how the velocity of the ball and all that kind of stuff. But when you see that deep ball, you got the joker throwing fade balls, and you looking, and you can't find it in that light, and that thing goes in your face. So I just swipe.
Right.
Just swiping at anything out there. Swipe left.
Well, I mean, even just listening, man, listening to you describe, you know, how you are very attentive. That just shows me that your attention to detail, very cerebral as a defensive back. I mean, you're almost like a quarterback back there, but you're playing DB, you're playing cornerback, and you know, really picking up on some of those tendencies and those little small intricacies of the game. Like I said, I've never heard talk to a DB that described it like that and understood and saw that transition going from college to the pros, talking about, you know, they paid attention to the stripes. Obviously, we know it's on there, but yeah, I mean, that's a great detail to your game, and let everybody know that's listening that you're not just your average corner. You're one of those top guys, and it's very unfortunate that they don't give you the credit that you deserve, but we're gonna pump you up right here on Get Your Popcorn Ready.
There it is.
Myself and Hatch, man, we're gonna give you your just due. Yeah, we're talking to Darius Slay, newly acquired cornerback with the Philadelphia Eagles. We're looking for some great big things from him. Man, we appreciate you, man. Yeah, just keep doing your thing, man. But I like those details. So everybody that's listening, especially, you know, your moms and dads and granddads and aunts and uncles out there that are listening, you know, you heard it from one of the greatest corners, you know, today. Like, you heard what I said, one of the greatest corners back today, and Darius Slay. Listening to him talk about those details of transitioning from high school to college, you know, with the JUCO, obviously had, you know, no path is the same. And we have one of the guys here today. We are greatly appreciative of what you have brought with your knowledge today, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah. And let's take
y'all having me.
Yeah, man. Give us a little bit of again, from your second year, like you said, that was the physical stuff. Like you said, covering Calvin definitely helps you, you know, tremendously over time. But give us kind of like the mental approach as well. Like, how much film do you watch now compared to when you were watching your first and second year in the league? Okay,
well, my first 2 years in the league, I was like trying to study everything, and so mostly my first year. So I just wanted to be right, you know. I'm in a professional league, you know. They took a chance on me because you know, I had 1 year SEC on my belt, And so I want to be that guy not to mess up because I knew a lot of guys depended on me. So my first year, man, I was just studying, and I didn't have a great first year because I was hurt a lot. And but Rasheem Mathis, man, the OG from my OG at corner, one of my biggest influence, him and Glover Quinn. And so after my first year, it was rough, man, because like I said, I was studying so much. Now it was like it wasn't helping. So I set my second year down. I set my year down. I went to Sheen Mathis. Machine taught me how to watch film, all over again. And he basically broke it down as in like Slay going there with game plan with two, maybe 3 formations, and that's it. Because as a rookie, I was anything he did in 2x2, I said it out loud. 3x3, 3x1. Backside tight end. I had so many formations in my head that it was slowing me down because I'm trying to look on the other side, be like, hey, what's over there?
Confusing yourself.
Confusing myself, slowing the game down myself,
Right.
So she ain't like, Slay, you're not going to stop everything, you ain't going to stop it like that. So he had broken down how to watch film. So now I go into the game plan with 2 formations. And if I see that formation, I'm stealing it. That's what I'm going to go get. Anything else, I just play ball and compete. And he taught me the more you play, the longer you play, the more you start understanding formations without even studying them. And I'm to the point now that, I see this type of pattern without even studying it, I'm just going to do it because the game ain't no different than the 1950s, except for we just polish it up the routes. More athletic guys doing the routes. Right. And, so I started realizing that, trusting that, and then that's when my game started elevating every game.
Yeah, Hatch played in the 1950s. So yeah, he knew exactly.
You older.
He running that same simple hit flat.
Yeah. Hey, this dude is older than me. How he gonna talk? You older than me, dog. What you talking about?
You look older than me, and you move older. You
out your mind. I definitely move older, dog. I can't.
Hey, like I said, his body's from the 1950s.
My hip is from the 1950s. Absolutely. No. That's all good. So again, what's funny, because again, I always talk about the wide receiver DB relationship. I think there's just nothing like it in sports, because a lot of my good friends from the league were always like a DB for some odd reason. But on the field, like, I could not stand a corner. Like I said, I can talk to you right now, but if we were like to go out and work out, like T would know, we go out and work out and you on the other side, the feeling, the emotion automatically starts, I got to kill this dude. You know what I'm saying? But it's like that wide receiver DB relationship is just funny because we all good off of respect off the field, but between them white lines, it's just, I can't stand you. I hate everything about you.
I like that. I like it. I like all the receivers here. I don't got no. Only person I didn't like at one time was Dez Bryant, but we cool now though. That's the only one. I ain't never heard nobody don't shut up a whole game in my life. Like I said, bro, there's no way you got this much energy to keep talking to me, bro.
So he would just talk the whole game, huh?
Well, he clearly wasn't doing that. He was doing a whole lot of talking.
Huh?
I said he couldn't have been doing too much if he was doing all that talking.
He wasn't doing nothing. That's what I'm saying. Like we was in the playoff against Dallas, and I'm over it. And Sheen got hurt the second play of the game, so I had to go follow Dad. This is when I started following receivers because when Sheen got down. So this is the game that kind of sort of like put me out there like that. So I went to clamping him up, but he just was like, they just ain't throwing me the ball, F nigga, like this, that. I'm like, God, I ain't even saying that to him, you know what I'm saying? I like to just go out there, chill, coach, play ball,
Yeah.
And then, the one time he got under my skin, right? Because he said, he was like, don't be thinking I forgot who you is, number 30. I remember you was 30. And he had marked me in the back of the end zone back with the helmet, with the ball one hand catch.
Yeah.
He said, you still number 30? I said,
he brought you back. He brought you back.
Oh, yeah, he got me under my skin. He said, that number ain't changed who you is. I said, I got hot. So they gave me one of them calls that you little cover 2 call. And I was like, ooh, this is my chance right here. I got a safety over top. I'm finna bam his ass. Man, he came to that line of scrimmage and started dancing. I just jumped up there, smacked him. Down, right? He got hot. He was like, he started kind of like, he got real hot. Then that's when he started spitting and stuff. Me and him got into it real bad. He got mad.
So he got a little aggressive, huh?
Yeah, I had to take my chances and cover 2 too. I said, man, this is my time. This is my time.
Yeah, and I like the way you describe that too, because now that allows people, especially DBs that are listening, especially young kids, like I said, especially the dads that are trying to groom their kids, obviously to play receiver, DB. Like you said, when you understand concepts, you're more comfortable and more confident in what you can do and what you can't do. So as you described, you just said it yourself.
Cover two,
you got help over top. So you can do what you want. You can take some chances here, knowing that, okay, if I miss, I still got help over the top. But that's one of those things, like I said, you being very, very knowledgeable, very cerebral. And like I said, whether it was formation or not, you knew that your back end had your back, man. So that's, like I said, you're constantly shedding knowledge and sharing knowledge with not only myself, Hatch, and just the audience that's listening.